It's Tuesday, September 16th.
Has there ever been a prime minister who has successfully doubled the deficit without even introducing a budget?
This government is undertaking the biggest investment in protecting Canadians.
As Parliament returns, the Liberals are presenting a busy agenda, but they're going to need help from one of the other parties to get it through. U.S. President Donald Trump starts his second state visit to the UK today. You can expect pomp, pageantry, and possible deals in the days ahead.
These ones should be at least 30% bigger.
So difficult growing conditions have affected some pumpkin crops in Canada, meaning it could be tough to find a good pumpkin to carve this fall. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Thanks for starting your day off with us.
Let's jump into news. A labor disruption at Dalhousie University is now over. In a statement, the two sides say they have jointly agreed to end the disruption after reaching a tentative deal. We don't know details yet. They haven't been made public. The agreement, obviously pending ratification by members. The university locked out the Faculty Association. That was on August 20th. We haven't heard yet when classes will start up again. We should get that information a little later on today. Newfoundland and Labrador will head to the polls for a provincial election next month.
I think we're really at a crossroads here in Newfoundland and Labrador. We've been filled with optimism and hope and pride in this province for as long as I can remember, and really for generations. And I think a lot of us feel we're still trying to get to where we can be.
Liberal leader John Hogan triggered the election for October the 14th. Hogan is seeking his first election win as a premier after he won the Liberal leadership race in May. He will face a tough battle against progressive Conservative leader Tony Wakeham. The Liberals hold 19 of the 40 seats. The Tories have 14. No one was hurt remarkably after a small plane crashed beside a field at an East End Toronto high school.
Our crews found a small plane that had crashed just shy of the soccer field into the parking lot right beside the grandstand.
Pretty wild. This happened at about 8 at night. At the time, there were people playing soccer on the field. 3 people on board the plane. Toronto's fire chief said the people on the plane were in their 30s and 40s. Still waiting for details on things like where did the plane come from? Where was it going? How and why did it crash? Remarkably, no one was injured on the field or in the plane. Transport Canada is handling the investigation. To international news, Israel's defense minister says, quote, Gaza is burning as the Israeli military expands its operation into Gaza City. Reports say troops are moving in from the city's outskirts toward the center. People are rushing to get out. I believe we've got a live look at Wadi Gaza. Here you go. You can see there are lines of traffic down the coastal road as tens of thousands of Palestinians try to flee the city, to flee from Gaza City. The UN estimates about 220,000 Palestinians have already fled northern Gaza, including more than 70,000 people in the past few days ahead of this offensive.
There is a comprehensive, widespread, in fact, Gaza-wide pattern of operations that lead to no other reasonable inference than this is occurring because of a genocidal purpose.
A team of independent experts commissioned by the UN Human Rights Council has concluded that Israel has committed genocide in Gaza and that top Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, incited the acts. Israel denying those claims. Its foreign ministry says it categorically rejects this report, denouncing it as, quote, distorted and false. A spokesperson is also accusing the 3 experts on the commission of serving as, quote, Hamas proxies. U.S. President Donald Trump will arrive in the UK today for the start of his second state visit. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will touch down, during the evening in the UK. The schedule really gets going tomorrow when King Charles will host President Trump at Windsor Castle. Expect a lot of pomp and pageantry with horse-drawn carriages, military honor guards, an elaborate dinner. President Trump will meet with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Thursday. U.S. officials say they expect to announce $10 billion in deals President Trump is the first U.S. president to be invited for a second state visit to the UK. Farmers west and south of Montreal are seeing smaller pumpkins in their patches this season because of drought and heat.
Usually a nice healthy plant will have 5 or 6 fruit on it for this variety and 3 or 4 fruit on it for this variety. But we're seeing plants here with just one single large fruit and then maybe a smaller fruit on it.
Phil Quinn says some of his pumpkin varieties are 30% smaller than expected. He also says irrigation saved his crops during the hot and dry summer. There are fewer pumpkins in the region this year, so I guess if you're going to go pumpkin picking, you may need to go earlier this year.